It is that time of year. NFL Combine season is upon us, and this is where some guys make their mark, put on a show of dominance for the entire world to see, and others, their balls and package are shown to the entire world. Today, we are evaluating some of the funniest and worst moments in recent Combine history, and remember, just because you have a bad Combine doesn't mean you are not going to turn out in the NFL. Don't come after my head, and don't throw eggs at these guys' houses. In this video, we have failed drug tests, guys walking out on the Combine, wardrobe malfunctions, and much more. If you guys want to see more of this content, make sure to like and subscribe to support the channel, and also go in the comments and let me know which one of these moments was your favorite. Orlando Brown Jr. was touted as a top tackle going into the 2018 Combine, but after an abysmal performance, that all changed. He had a 5.85 second 40-yard dash, which was not the slowest ever, but the slowest of his class, and if you're moving like that, you must be strong, buddy, but unfortunately, he only had 14 reps on the bench. As you would expect, his stock plummeted, but this actually made him an even bigger steal, and he became a 4-time Pro Bowl lineman. The Combine isn't everything. We all remember this viral moment. During the gauntlet drill, they are lasering footballs at your face. You have to be ready. You have to be on a swivel, but Tyron Johnson mistimed his turn and took a football to the dome. The clip became a viral sensation in many memes, but he recovered, got drafted by the Bills, and is a key defender today. This player straight up left the Combine and no one knew where he was. This is Adam Moema in 2014. He claimed that God told him to skip workouts because the Seahawks would draft him, and that never happened. He was lied to, and his NFL career never materialized. What was going on? Some people said this guy joined a cult. This is not the video to talk about that. You're gonna have to go find another. The Bryce Young height controversy. Now, this really isn't that big of a deal, but I bet a lot of us men go through this on a day-to-day basis because y'all be lying about your height. You are not 6 foot. During his college days at Alabama, Young was listed at 6 foot on the roster, but when he officially measured in at the Combine, he was a mere 5'10". Now, this was definitely a nightmare for him. Remember that girl you were talking to, and she was like, "Oh, how tall are you?" And you're like, "Yeah, 6 foot," and you straight up lied. Imagine she gets out a measuring stick and is like, "No, you're 5'9". Yeah, that would be a nightmare for you too. That's why it makes the list. This wouldn't be a Combine horror story video if I didn't mention the GOAT, Tom Brady. I mean, come on. If you look at the numbers, it was one of the worst performances from a quarterback ever. 5.28 40-yard dash. No vertical jump. I mean, come on, white boy. Lack of athleticism. And remember that infamous awkward shirtless photo. Oh my gosh, this lives in people's dreams. This one is making me think of that famous clip from Stephen A. Smith where he's like, "Stay off the weed.
Stay off the weed."
Randy Gregory in 2015, he was a highly touted edge rusher from Nebraska, a top 10 pick, but he failed the drug test at the NFL Combine, and word on the street is that he hit the fattest bowl of all time right before he went in to take his pee. Guys, you've probably had a time in your life when you walk out of a job interview and think, "Man, I completely bombed it," but don't worry, Ja'Kai Polite did worse in 2019. He was a top edge rusher, but his horrible interviews actually tanked his draft stock. He criticized teams for asking tough questions. That is quite literally their job. He was immature. There was a ton of stuff on this, but it is absolutely crazy. It knocked him from the first round to the third round, and he barely lasted in the NFL. I personally hate going to the doctor's office, but have I ever gotten into an altercation or a beef with the doctor? Absolutely not, but that's exactly what Reuben Foster did in 2017. He got sent home before even working out after an altercation with the entire medical staff. That is just crazy. Obviously, his draft stock plummeted, and his NFL career was very short-lived. 2016, defensive tackle Chris Jones was sprinting down the field at lightning speed for his 40-yard dash when disaster struck. His compression shorts could not hold on to that schmeat. They ripped open mid-run, and he fell on the ground and screamed. They thought he was injured, but instead, he let the real story be revealed later. That'll do it for the video. Let me know what you want to see next. I've been Saturday Shenanigans, your home for unfiltered football content, and I'll see you guys soon.